This is City Clash Developer Log 3, and I have 3 things to show you that we've been working on and making progress on, which is pretty cool. So first off, in the contract itself, once the users mint their NFTs, the only thing they get from the start is just an ID on their NFT and the city faction, the faction that they are on based on their address, their wallet address. And none of the other data is on there yet. And this is a normal thing for NFTs where they do kind of a reveal where then they'll actually upload all the metadata. They'll actually add the image to the NFT. And that's the point when, everyone knows what they have and stuff like that. And so we were kind of debating through, should we do a reveal or should just everything be completely on the blockchain from the start where as you mint, you get your city and on all the data right away. The kind of the problem with that is that one, it would be a lot more expensive on the gas fees for minting because it would have to do a lot more work and have all that data on the contract. It would make deploying the contract a lot more expensive. So there's just multiple issues for why we decided not to go that route. Plus, I think the reveal also kind of gives kind of a marketing thing where you can hopefully get a lot more people to mint before the reveal, and they're kind of looking forward to the reveal when that happens. And so hopefully you can mint out more, I think, from doing it this way as well. But because of that, we need a way to upload all of our metadata. And when we upload the metadata, it's not just a simple thing as pointing to a Pinata URL, which is what a lot of projects do, where all the metadata is actually hosted somewhere else on IPFS, where we actually have all of our metadata on our blockchain because, and actually this is the main metadata that we have. We have to have it on the blockchain because we're actually doing logic for our game based on this data. And so there's this function here, upload metadata, that I created that allows us to upload all the city metadata. But the other tricky thing with this is we want to be able to upload multiple times just in case it takes longer to mint than we expect. If it takes multiple days, we might not want to wait till everyone mints to upload the metadata. And so this function will allow us to do that, where we can kind of continue to update until all cities have been uploaded the metadata. And so I had to have this script that's kind of doing the randomizing what data is getting added to which NFT and being able to handle all that. So this is kind of what all this does. I won't go through all the code, but that's kind of a little bit behind the scenes of that. And then kind of part of this, I was able this last week to actually deploy the contract to a testnet and do some testing there, and that all went well. And I found some things I need to make changes. So it's really great to have a testnet to really do some actual testing on. So that's kind of on the contract front. We've also made some progress. Ben's made some progress on our NFT images. So this is kind of the state at where we're at now. There's some cool things here. We have the country in the middle. There's going to be some more details around this of an indicator on the city that you actually have and the name of the city. But we also have this cool little indicator here that kind of shows how many points this city is worth, and the little bars kind of show that. It also, the color shows what faction owns that city, where we'll probably have another color that shows the countries, that will be the country background, that will show who, which faction owns the whole country currently. And then this little icon is probably something we'll change, where it kind of shows the color as well of the city, but also we'll kind of change the icon based on how big the city is. So making some good progress on this. Ben is generating all these from data. And so it has to be generated for each country, each city, which is pretty cool. So making some good progress there. And then another front we're just starting to make some progress on is the City Clash Discord, which is pretty exciting. You can see that it's just us 3 founders in here right now. And I mean, that's how a Discord starts. It starts with there being nobody and we got to build this up. So we're starting to figure out ways that we can start to build a community in this Discord, and it's going to start small, and we're going to try to really make sure that this is a very vibrant and awesome, engaging community where people want to hang out here, people want to chat, they want to get to know each other. And so we're starting to figure out, strategize what steps we need to take to do that. But Drew's done a lot of work on figuring out how to handle Collabland and some other bots to kind of be able to automate some things in Discord, and so that's been fun for him to figure out. But there's some more stuff to do here as well, and so there's an NFT project. There's a lot of parts, and there's a lot of parts to figure out, and so we're figuring out step at a time. But we're making good progress, and I don't know. We don't have like a date for when we're going to mint yet or when we're going to start these things, but we're really starting to figure out some of our marketing plans and things like that. As on the tech front here, the contract is really getting close to being done. I have a little bit more testing to do on this, but the code is more or less there. We have a little bit more to do to changing the NFT SVG, and a little bit more finishing up on the data of our cities, but we're making progress, and so that's where we're at right now. And hopefully the next time I have a little developer log, we'll be even a lot farther along. So thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you're learning something by following along this journey.